beautiful Golden Anchor quilting community, and thank you for joining us, whether you're joining us live or later on. We appreciate the time that you spend here with us on our growing YouTube channel. I'm Louisa Grindle. Wow, I can't even say my name this week. I'm Louisa Grindle. I own Golden Anchor Quilting with my husband, Darren Grindle. We're located here in Claremont, New Hampshire, where community is the fabric of our dreams. If you are joining us live or joining us later, please remember to like our videos, share our videos, and subscribe to our channel. It helps us to get the word out about how wonderful it is to be here at Golden Anchor Quilting. We are continuing with our weekly questions. We ask a question every week and give you the opportunity to answer that question in the chat for a chance to win the sample that we make on the show every week. And this week's question is, what projects are you working on as you get ready for the holidays? We'd love to know what's under your needle, what's in your lap, what's in your head that you need to get to. So go ahead and drop those projects in the chat and get your chance to win our sample tonight. We finished up the All New England Shop Hop on Halloween 10/31 last Thursday. We were so blessed to welcome 587 shop hoppers through the course of September and October. We met so many beautiful new friends. We finished out with New Zealand as our farthest shop hopper. We do still have magazines. We've got them on sale for 50% off, both in store and on our website. They're a great resource for quilt shops in New England, even though the shop hop is over. So if you want to grab one of the 5 we have left, hop on our website or pop on into the store and get one so you can know where to go in New England for quilting and fabric and thread and embroidery and fun throughout the rest of the year. We said last week that we would draw our in-store winner. So we had a drawing. We had goodie bags for every shop hopper that came, and 1 in every 25 of those bags had a turtle or an anchor in it, and that earned that person an entry into this basket, this drawing. And we had people put their information down and join that drawing. And we said last week that we would draw that on our channel live this week. So here we go. We're going to reach in, mix it around, and grab one. And our winner of our shop-only prize drawing is it's Jenny Lauder. Jenny has been helping us out in the background here at the shop since she met us during the shop hop. She's become one of our community members here, and that's awesome. So Jenny, I will make sure that the next time you come up to meet with me, we've got the prize for you. I'll share with everybody what Jenny's won. We decided to go with the theme of the New England Shop Hop fabric. So the New England Shop Hop fabric had all 4 seasons on it. So we have Lava Lamb, our Dresden panel quilt kit for spring, because we figured spring lambs. We have a Sassy Sunflower pack in the all New England Shop Hop fabric in the summer colorway. And she'll get to pick which pattern she wants with that. We have a Friendship Braid Table Runner kit that makes 2 table runners that we felt represented fall and sort of Thanksgiving. So she gets that kit. And one of our basic builder bundles in the December colorway. Kind of looks like Santa's outfit and belt and a Christmas tree and fun going on. So those are the 4 seasons of Jenny's gift from us for coming here during the shop hop. And it's so cool because she's become a really wonderful part of our community since she stopped by. So congratulations, Jenny. We'll get the call out to you. And we will be watching when the All New England Shop Hop does their big drawing for prizes, because we are one of the folks who provided a regional prize. So we have a $300 gift basket that we've got being drawn that night. So we'd love to see who wins that one. And that's it. I think that's a wrap for the shop this year. We look forward to participating next year and look forward to adventures between now and then. We do have some new fabrics in the shop. We've heard from folks that we've been enjoying them wrapped around bolts, that's been working. So we've got the wraps, and I think we can go to the overhead for that. So this is us continuing to build our basics and builders here at the shop. This is a line called Glisten. that has a little bit of shimmer to it. That's right. I am being told, shit, because this camera, you can see me. I'll figure it out. So this is called Glisten. It has a little bit of shimmer within the tone-on-tone pattern. We have this in other colors as well, but these are the new colors that arrived this week. So we have this wonderful green, a gray, a cream, a pink, and an orange. These have been going into projects and blenders beautifully. We've been enjoying seeing how people enjoy the little bit of shimmer. So these are new in the shop, and they are called Glisten. These are our new batiks this week. Some really deep, rich, beautiful colors. Oh, look, that one matches my shirt. Isn't that wonderful? This one is called Hexies. These two, the green and the blue, is called Hexies. I can't remember what the fabric names are for these, but they're from Banyan. Really wonderful batik company. Every bolt from Banyan comes with a description of their batik making process, and they're really dedicated to the art of batik, not just the colors and the wonderfulness. So that's awesome. And then we have Victoria, very Victorian looking print. Kind of reminds me of, you know, wallpaper and deliciousness. I just love this line. I think it's so pretty. So there's the tone on tone with the roses and the tone on tone with the sort of pinky color of the roses. And the two patterns here are the same pattern, different colorways. And you'll see this again in our Sassy Sunflower bundles for this week, which are right here. So we'll look at this one first. That is the Victoria. So we put all four of those Victorias together, and then this sort of calming tone on tone that we felt really pulled all of it together and made it a beautiful bundle. So if you're not familiar with our Sassy Sunflower program, that is 5 half-yard cuts that we curate here from fabric in our shop. And then you get to pick the quilt pattern of your choice, and the whole bundle is $37.99. We're still working on getting these online on our website. So if you happen to see one here on YouTube that you just have to have, and you're not able to get into the shop to pick it up yourself, you can give us a call and let us know which one tickled your pleasure centers in your brain while you were watching us on YouTube. This is the other new bundle in the shop this week. This is from a line called Poppy Panache. Well, it's Sundance, but we're calling this bundle Poppy Panache because that's the name of one of the fabrics in here. Deep, deep black with the bright, vibrant pinks and greens, and the diagonal, the stripe on the bias, which is always fun. And it's got both the black with the poppies, the green with the poppies, the big focal print, just a really beautiful combination. So it's Poppy Panache and Victoria, in case those are bundles you'd like to give us a call about until we get everything online. We also wanted to remind folks that we have our junk journals. They are so great. These are by one of our local artisans, and every single one of them is different. We've got some with sewing themes on them that when you get into the journal, there's quilt pattern papers and papers that have little bits of a simplicity pattern or McCall's pattern in there. There's lace on the edge of the pages, just so beautifully done. And I think that these sewing related ones in particular would make really wonderful stitch journals where you keep track of when you start a project, when you finish a project, who you gave that project to, and any notes about the project you might want to remember later. Also regular journals, this could be used as just a regular gratitude journal, which is really good for mental health, which we're going to talk a little bit more about in our what's going on at the shop this week. So we've got the buffalo plaid one here with some fall themes. Beautiful, just beautiful, beautiful work. I think Fran is so delightful. And then we've got this one with the sparkly leaf on it. So if any of these is something you think you just can't live without, give us a shout for Buffalo Plaid or Sewing Machines on Black or the Sparkly Leaf Junk Journal. Another thing we don't have online yet, but you could call us and let us know. And we have decided that we should share a panel of the week. And so we have two panels to share with you this week. One is sort of a big scenic with multiple frog scenes. And I'll see if I can get that here. This is called Paul's Pond. And, you know, a little bit of border on that, and you would just have a ready-to-go baby quilt. Or a laugh throw for someone who loves frogs and maybe isn't a baby. I've always been that kind of person. And then this Paul's Pond panel makes a book. My grandmother used to make these for me, these little fabric books that come from a panel. It makes a story from start to finish, a little bit of batting, a little bit of time, very beginner-friendly project. And my grandmother used to make them for me, and then she made them for Izzy, and we still have them. So it's become kind of a family treasure, these little fabric books. So we have both of these panels here in the shop, and we just wanted to focus on them a little bit this week. Anything going on in comments we should check in about yet? Hi, Mom. What's that? Oh, new grandbabies. Congratulations. New grandbabies are awesome. Panel of the week. All right, we like that idea. Wonderful. Hi, Dee. So we've talked about junk journals. We are ready for upcoming classes and events. So the first thing I want to do is we've been doing this for a while now, but we haven't shared it in the space of our YouTube. So I'm going to share with you the national days that we're celebrating here at the shop this week. Today was National Donut Day, and we had 24 donuts at the start of the day out at the front of the shop, and we are ending the day with, I think, one in the box, and Papa did not eat them all. I watched him very carefully. Lots of people get to come in and enjoy a donut on us for National Donut Day. We had a couple of folks come in and get things. Their husbands were in the car. They took their husband a donut out to the car. Chris Harvey and Jim visited us from Massachusetts today. Jim was staying in the car, so I brought a donut out to him to thank him for driving Chris up for her adventure here at Golden Acre this week. Choking on my own tongue. Here we go. So we enjoyed National Donut Day very much. Tomorrow is National Stress Awareness Day. And we're going to celebrate National Stress Awareness Day by reminding everybody that quilting and crafting in general, knitting, crochet, beading, cross stitch, scrapbooking, wool applique, needle felting, all of the things that people do with parts and pieces that we put together to create beauty have a whole body of research demonstrating that they are good for our mental health. They are grounding and centering and regenerative to us, especially when they're done in social settings. So that's why our Open Sew and our classes and our community is so important to us here at Golden Acre Quilting, because we recognize the benefits to mental health of participating in these activities, not just by ourselves, but with others. So pat yourself on the back for having some good self-care by being a quilter and being part of our community. And then Thursday, I think this is my favorite day this week. Thursday is National Men Make Dinner Day. And we are celebrating Men Make Dinner Day by asking Darren, I think he might have been voluntold, but he doesn't mind making his rather infamous in our family zuppa toscana. It is a wonderful creamy soup with potatoes and kale and bacon and sausage and garlic and Parmesan and with some crusty bread. It is just amazing. So he's going to be making up a big batch of zuppa toscana for us for Thursday, and we're going to have an extended Open Sew Day. So you can come for the daytime and just be with us until 5 o'clock, or you can register for the additional 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and join us for dinner made by Darren. So hopefully there are enough people in the area who want to come do that with us to eat Papa's soup, because it's amazing. But I think that's my favorite holiday this week, Men Make Dinner Day. And then Friday, November 8th is International Radiology Day. One of our core ambassadors here at the shop is a retired x-ray tech. And so we're going to celebrate her on Friday with some special gifts for folks who come to thank her for her service in radiology before she retired. So stop by the shop, give her some kudos, and we have a thank you to you. November 9th is National Animal Shelter Appreciation Week. Well, it ends on November 9th. So that's our day where we tip our hat to that. We have lots of local animal shelters that we feel very strongly about and value what they do for the animals and value what they do for our community. And so if you come in on Saturday and share your rescue story with us or your favorite local animal shelter, then we have a treat for you. And then November 10th, Sunday, wraps out the week with International Tongue Twister Day. So International Tongue Twister Day is going to be celebrated by coming in, sharing a tongue twister with us, and if you bring one to the shop to share with us on Sunday, you get 10% off of your purchase. Those are our national celebration days this week. And upcoming classes this week, we continue with All-Inclusive Learn to Quilt. Wednesday this week is going to be their fabric selection and color theory. It's one of my favorite parts of the class because we get to go out on the floor and play with color and fabric and wonderfulness. Thursday is our open sew with the extension opportunity to have dinner made by Darren. And then Friday, November 8th and Saturday, November 9th, is our tippy tote class. And I wanted to show you the difference in the tippy totes, whether they're made with batting, like this one, or with foam, like this one. And you can really see the foam gives it more structure than the batting. So folks who are coming to join us for those classes will get to choose how they make it. But the foam definitely gives it more body and structure versus left like this might make it more packable, right? If you wanted to take it on a trip as an extra bag in your suitcase, the batting might be a better option because it's going to fold down easier. So there is Tippy Totes. Pillowcase Club is our beginner friendly with an opportunity for birthday parties for young and old alike. This is a pillowcase made with a panel, and we still have this panel here in the shop. But we use the burrito method. We use French seams to tuck everything in, and it is just, I don't know, I think pillowcase is a great confidence builder. We've got a couple of young folks registered for this one coming up on Sunday, November 24th at 10:30. So that's our Pillowcase Club, and we call it a club, but you can come to one or come to 4, you know, you don't have to come to all 12 to participate in Pillowcase Club. So that is an opportunity. Our pumpkin towel class is running, it ran today, and our student in the class today was really successful, made 2 towels, beginner friendly, learn lots of skills for machine applique. This is done in the hoop on a towel. And if you've got a little bit of experience, you might be able to make 3 or 4 of these in the course of the class. So, you know, don't think it's just the one towel. It's more about building the skills, and you could potentially make more than one during the class time. That ran today, but it's also running Friday, November 15th at 2 p.m. And then November 14th, the day before that, I probably should have put those in date order, but that's okay. November 14th is our monthly 12 months of gifts. This is a program we put in place to encourage people to prep for the holiday madness of homemade holidays. Every month we have a class that makes a project within 3 hours, and it's something that's duplicatable so that you can make more of them throughout the year and be more prepared for the holidays when they come around and sneak up on us like they have. I don't know who authorized it to be November, but here we are. And this month we're going to do 3 projects in the hoop. We're going to make a zipper pouch and a luggage tag and a roll-up that could be used for pencils or makeup brushes. And that'll all be done in the hoop on the embroidery machines here in the class. And the last class that we wanted to talk about this week is the ornament swap that we have coming up on Saturday, December 7th. Registration closes in just 12 days. We've got 10 people registered. Those 10 people are ready to make 10 of their ornaments to bring into the shop on December 7th and exchange so that they walk away with 10 different ornaments. And we are looking forward to having more folks. We're capping registration at 24, and we have a virtual participation option. So keep that in mind if you are wanting to participate but are from farther away. And I think that now we are ready for our demonstration this week. While I get myself set up here, are there any comments? Let's see. Meatballs and gravy. John's making meatballs, and good job, John, making dinner on National Men Make Dinner Day. And I have to appreciate the fact that he called it meatballs and gravy, because my grandma always called the sauce, right? Spaghetti sauce, the gravy. So, yeah. That's wonderful. Ooh, the book panel as a story quilt. Jean, we will have to explore that. That would be fun. That's another good way to use those panels that make books, which is a good thing to think about because we have a company that makes a number of those. One of our vendors makes a number of those, and I've been trying to decide whether I want to play with more of them. So the story quilt is a good inspiration. Thank you, Jean. So our demonstration tonight, we are going to make the 20-minute caddy by Connie Spurlock of SoWonderfulDreams.com. We did put a link in the description of the video to the pattern so that folks can look her up and get her pattern. The pattern is designed for a bigger caddy than we made for our sample, but her instructions have information about how to cut a bigger template should you choose to make a bigger caddy than we made. And in order to make one of these, she recommended a half yard of fabric for the bigger caddy, a half yard of 2 fabrics. So we chose the ombre fabrics that we had talked about for a couple of weeks as one of our fabrics, and then a tulip pink Bessie's background fabric as our coordinate for it. And we chose to make them smaller because we had this 60-degree ruler here at the shop, and this made an equilateral triangle, which is what you need to cut out of the fabrics. With the larger template that's in the pattern, with those 2 half yards, you can make 3 of these caddies in the bigger size. We chose the smaller triangle size. We used 1/3 of a yard of each of the coordinating fabrics, and we're able to cut 5 sets out of those 1/3 yard coordinates. So we used the 12-inch clear view triangle, 60-degree as our template to cut the pieces out, and we've got 5 sets out of 1/3 of a yard of each of the 2 fabrics. So you'll need some yardage. We chose to use the Pellon foam after making the first sample. So we made the first sample with the craft text that's recommended in the pattern. And the folks who were here with us that day, we all kind of agreed that the craft text was kind of stiff for what we would want in a caddy like this. And so we tried a second sample using the Pellon foam and really enjoyed the feel of the Pellon foam rather than the craft text as the stabilizer in this. And also having the Pellon foam made putting the buttons on a little bit easier. Sewing through craft text can be a little rough on the fingers. So we made the 2 samples. The advantage of the Pellon or the craft text, it does make a great little place to put your quilt clips on the side. I think you can still do it on the foam one. It's just not quite as rigid a holder there. And then you'll need 3 buttons and a turning tool and your basic supplies, a rotary cutter, rotary cutting mat, although you could cut this out with scissors. It's not necessarily something that needs tons and tons of precision. And some coordinating thread. So those are your materials for this and what you're going to do. Another reason we chose the Pellon from the feel was also the fusibility. So you're going to cut your triangles exact to either the template that you build from the pattern or from what you choose as your ruler or your triangle. You're going to cut your 2 pieces of fabric out of that, and you're also going to cut your interfacing out of that. But you want your interfacing or stabilizer that you choose to end up 1/4 of an inch in from the size of your fabric. I found it much easier to turn this right side out when I made the stabilizer a 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. So I've got that tucked in a 1/4 inch on all 3 sides and trimmed and ready to go into the project. And then you're going to lay your 2 fabrics over right sides together like this. And for stability's sake, as far as getting ready to sew this, we found it great to fuse the yellow fabric onto the Pellon before we went to the sewing machine with it. It just kept everything together better. And then we popped a pin in the middle to extra hold it in place. That was a really bad pinning job, but we put a pin in there and we fused it with the iron, and we sewed all the way around just at the edge where the interfacing meets the fabric. So, you know, you're just kind of sewing right at the edge of that stabilizer, leaving an opening from about here to here. So you've got your triangle, you're going to sew from here all the way around and then back to here, back stitching at both of those places to secure it for when you turn it right side out. I love the cooking show moment where I just pull out the next step. It's one of my favorite parts. It's not my favorite part to prep for. Anyone who's here during the week watching me make 8 versions of the sample so that I have all of the steps in a row knows that it is not my favorite part to prep that. But I love the moment where I'm like, and then it's done, and I pull the next step out. So once you've got it turned right side out, you are going to tuck those raw edges in and then top stitch all the way around. Another moment where that 2-sided fusible is your friend, because you could actually fuse all of this with your iron right up to where you wanted to tuck your raw edges in, and also use your iron to fuse those raw edges and tuck them in. And then top stitch all the way around so that you have a top stitch triangle. And this is a kind of a fidgety bit, and I forgot to make the step for the fidgety bit. So I'm not quite ready to top stitch this one, but if I had top stitched it, the next step to making these is folding like this so that 2 points of your triangle are together and one of them is folded in half so that you have this shape. And then marking, and I even brought a fabric marker in and a ruler. For the smaller size, when you're using the 12-inch 60-degree ruler, just marking between 2.5 and 3 inches up on the side like that. And then you stitch right there on the edge, maybe 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch in, and secure that. And then once that is secured, you fold this side up to match there. I'm just going to clip that so it'll stay with us. And again, mark the same distance up that side. So whatever distance you marked up the last one, mark there, stitch down that side, and then that'll be secure. And then line up this side, mark again the same distance. And once you've sewn all of those sides up, when you pop it open, it will go like that. And I recommend sewing the buttons to the tips of your triangles before you try to anchor it to the caddy itself. I found it easier to stitch the button on here and then just do a couple last little stitches that went into the inside to secure the buttons. So you put your coordinating button or your not coordinating button if you don't want it to be matchy-matchy. It's a pretty scrap-friendly project. You could even piece the triangles to make it more interesting and also use up more of your scraps. And when you're done, you have something that looks like one of those. And that is our 20-minute caddy, catch-all caddy. And the pattern is linked in the description to the Pattern Designer's website. Any questions about these? Someone said lost the feed. Looks like we're back up though. I'll just move all of this out of the way so we can do quilt of the week. All right. Oh, well. on the side of the, okay, so John said I press a 1/4 inch seam on the side of the opening before stitching around. It creates memory in the fabric, making it easier to close up the turning hole. Quilt Father, you always come to the rescue. Thank you so much. All right, we are ready for our quilt of the week. It's a little one, so I think we can stay right here this time. This one is just a sweet, sweet little baby quilt with pastels and Peter Rabbit. Or no, Anne of Green Gables. Just kidding. It's not Peter Rabbit. It's Anne of Green Gables with a wonderful backing. And just, I don't know, it's so soft and creamy. This one Darren chose because this is the first one that he's gotten done. I think a few weeks ago we talked about the town clerk who had done our marriage license, and she came up to the shop and visited and dropped up a bunch of quilts for us to do for her, and the first one is done, so he wanted to feature that as the quilt of the week. One of my favorite things about this, I don't think it's anything you'll be able to see through the cameras, but if you come into the shop and talk to us in person about the possibility of looking at one of the quilts that we have, Darren has found that quilting quilts like this with a yellow thread just, it adds something really wonderful and beautiful to that. Maybe we should try the little camera to see if they can see it. See if the color comes through. No, color doesn't really come through. But at any rate, it's really wonderful. And I think it's brilliant that he's figuring out how to play with color with the long arm and threads and everything. And Wayne, I forgot to say while we were up close there, if you're watching this week, the candy apple red cat eye nails are in your honor. All right, so we've done that. We are ready for our weekly gift card drawing. Oh yeah, the question is, what projects are you working on for the holidays? And what do you have under your needle, in your lab, in your hoop? What are you doing? What are you trying to get ready for the holidays? All right, Chris, I think we can go back up here if we haven't already. We've got our weekly $10 gift card winner for folks who pay with cash or check here in the shop. And we have Cindy D. Awesome. Cindy always pays with a check when she comes. We appreciate that because it saves us on those pesky credit card fees. So Cindy, I will put that up at the register and have it ready for you the next time you stop by. So congratulations. Keep paying with cash or check to get your name entered in that drawing. And oh dear, I've lost the notes. Okay. Oh, who wins the sample? Are we ready for Wheel of Names? Donna. Oh my God. Donna, well, Donna, if you want it, it's yours. But if you'd like to pass it on to the next person, we can spin the Wheel of Names again. We can see what Donna says while we talk about, that's it, right? That's all we do. So we thank you for your time tonight and spending time with us, whether you're watching us live or watching us later on. Remember to like our videos, share our videos with anyone you think might enjoy them, subscribe to our channel, and stop by the shop. That's our favorite. Definitely our favorite is getting to see people in person and feel their energy and enjoy time with them. And we look forward to the next time that we can see you. Did Donna say anything about whether she wants the sample or pass it on? Okay, not frozen. Okay, all right, we've got some freezing going on, but hopefully it'll clear up when people watch live. You know what, let's spin a backup winner. We do have two, so Donna can have one. Lynn, awesome. Congratulations, Lynn and Donna. We'll just let you choose which one gets which the next time you stop by. The next time you stop by, we look forward to seeing you, hugging you, welcoming you, helping you with your projects, and just spending time with you. We look forward to it, and come see us at Golden Acre Quilting, where community is the fabric of our dreams.